and I am a certified music lover and a bona fide pool hustler. And you can't teach that. This right here is Big Romy, and he's one retarded, lazy sack of shit. And you can't teach that. Bada boom! Real people watching, how you doing? And for the so-called subscribers of the network watching, I got one more to describe it. I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T. Soft.
Gary, what's the color of a Pepsi can? How you doing?
I still, by the way, folks, for those who are wondering, I still need to get it done. Basically, I tried using this shit earlier, one of these packs, but I'm gonna go get it done professionally.
You know how you can get it done really well? Just rob a bank and open up the die pack.
Better yet, kill a Smurf.
If you chuck a Smurf, what color does it turn?
Anyways, greetings one and all, welcome back to the network for you all, and as for this is video every day in October, day number 2. And for this, we're going to be doing a top 10 list, and you will be seeing a lot of that throughout video every day in October this month. And for this particular one, instead of top 10, this is going to be one of the only top 10s we're going to do. Most of them are going to be top 5, but as for this is going to be a list that I thought was actually a brilliant idea to do, actually, and it turns out
you're welcome.
He was actually on it.
The reason why we're doing a top 10 because 5 simply wasn't enough.
No, because I'm going to tell you all right now about this list. These are, you can go on and on with pretty much, you can pretty much say the whole entire roster, but instead of saying that, we both chose specifically 10 wrestlers who was buried badly in WWE. And by a lot of these wrestlers, they were either buried by mostly these two guys, Triple H or John Cena.
Here's the thing. Every single one in my honorable mentions and on my top 10 were buried by either one or two individuals.
Yeah, John Cena or Triple H.
Or Triple H. Triple H during most of his reign of terror, and Buckethead where he had the fucking ceiling to where no one could surpass.
Yeah, and to this very day, it's still like that with Fuckboy Buckethead as always. Credits to Bruce Bliss as always. But anyways, as for since you got honorable mentions and I don't, go ahead and say it.
Oh, I do. Okay, here are some honorable mentions before we dwell into the top 10. Honorable mentions, or dishonorable mention, I guess you say. Sting by Triple H. WrestleMania 31. Kane by Triple H. Katie Vick. Kane was red hot. He won arguably one of the best ladder matches ever, the TLC match. The tables, ladders, and chairs. And then here comes Triple H. Here with his golden shovel. Randy Orton by Triple H. WrestleMania 25. Kevin Owens by John Cena. And Rusev by John Cena. You probably think, what is buried? Buried is where you're red hot, you're doing extremely well, and then they feed you towards a certain opponent or wrestler, and after your feud is over, you'll maybe, if not never, recover from it. Oh, one more. Edge by John Cena. Royal Rumble 2006.
God, I remember that.
Yep. So, give me a second. I gotta fix my fan really quick.
Alright, so anyways, I guess that'll leave me to go first with mine. I don't have any honorable mentions, but as for the top 10 list, for my wrestlers, most of the wrestlers I have on here are not really, like, well-known or big guys. For example, like Randy Orton or, what's his name? it's really not like into the big guys like Randy Orton or what the fuck's his name, Rey Mysterio or Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or whatever who Cena or Triple H faced off against. Mine doesn't have those type of names on there. Like I said, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, Triple H again because he did feud with Cena. But I'm not going to bother, talking about those guys. Most of my wrestlers are, underdog wrestlers who actually have talent. Oh, and I do have a couple big names. But anyways, let's get started. My number 10. This guy is one of the greatest, pretty much one of the best, overnatural, loved guys ever. Who pretty much did a lot of gimmicks, parodying a lot of wrestlers. And he was a gimmick of his own. And he was loved by the crowd naturally. And he was actually a good in-ring competitor. He's now in TNA, and they're actually treating him right as an individual. My number 10 is Damian Sandow.
Okay.
Why him? Because ever since he debuted, he was just, this Mr. Professional type of... Pretty much just
he was like a highly intelligent smartass who, He was like if an owl was a human being.
Yeah, pretty much that's what he was. Until he was doing really well, and especially when he won the Money in the Bank. Until all of a sudden he cashed it against John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Cena won, and that's where Sandow's career went down the drain. Pretty bad after that. He was pretty much, not that particular gimmick. He was doing a lot of parody, dressing up as others, doing a lot of that goofy stuff, and people actually tend to get a kick out of that. Then after that, this is where Damian Sandow started to become natural of his own pretty much loved natural by the crowd. He actually started doing a parody being the double twin of The Miz. When he started doing that, mimicking The Miz, doing the maneuvers of The Miz, doing pretty much everything, entrance-wise, everything. He called himself Damian Mizdow. And he kept that gimmick for a good long while as the pretty much the stunt double for The Miz. But even though I didn't like that role because Damian Sandow deserved better, but hey, that's where he was starting to get loved naturally by the crowd thanks to that. Am I right?
Yep.
But yes, overall, I don't need to say more about Damian Sandow except, poor guy, he should have gone for the Intercontinental or the United States belt when he was at his time, but no, he was naturally loved by the crowd, so you know what, that went out the fucking window for him. So yeah, Damian Sandow's my number 10. Go ahead.
My number 10, this guy had one of the absolute greatest returns I think I've ever seen. Oh, by the way, another honorable mention, The Rock by John Cena at 29. He didn't return until the Brooklyn show. Anyways, my number 10, this guy had one of the fucking best returns I've ever seen. The crowd went insane, and it was a matchup where I was just like, holy shit, dude, this is awesome.
I know what it is.
Until the fucking ending. My number 10, Brock Lesnar by John fucking Cena at Extreme Rules. Brock Lesnar was kicking the shit. This is return back after being from being UFC undisputed heavyweight champion. He came back. He had a new leotard, new fighter persona, and he beat Cena into hamburger meat. And I loved every fucking minute of it. And how does Cena win? He wins with a chain punch to his face and an AA on the steps. And you want to know the truth is, folks? John Cena broke kayfabe because he got on the mic and he issued a speech to the crowd. That was not how it was supposed to go down. He was supposed to be carried out on a stretcher. After they said, he walked out while giving a speech. Fuck you, John Cena. And Brock Lesnar took a while to recover after that. So that is my number 10, Lesnar by John Cena.
Until after that, we saw Lesnar beat the shit out of Cena at SummerSlam.
And that was beautiful.
Hey, he recovered.
That was one match that year I watched over and over. And the only thing bad I can say about the match is that little fucking kid, like, that's John Cena. He's like chanting for John Cena. I'm just like, Lesnar, why don't you just rip that kid's fucking head off?
Yeah.
Or rip his heart out and eat it like Kano.
I would have done that too. Alright, number 9. He's your universal champion right now. But anyways, I'm going to tell you right now, this guy was red hot, fresh from NXT. NXT heavyweight champion until all of a sudden one of the first guys he faced was Buckethead, and they had going on for 3 feuds against each other. First feud,
yeah, like matches.
First one, Kevin Owens actually won that clean by surprise.
I couldn't believe that. I was just like, that was awesome. And the only reason why that match was excellent, the first 2 matches, is because of Kevin fucking Owens.
Mm-hmm. Then after that, Cena won the next 2. Because, John Cena, he's going to recover from that. Because, Kevin Owens.
Oh, he never gives up. No. Super Cena.
Super Cena to the rescue. And this was for the United States belt, too. The first one wasn't for the title. So, you know what? Vince was like, you know what? We're going to let Owens slide on this one. But after that, fuck you to the fat tub of lard that he was back then. And I'm not insulting Kevin Owens. But the reason why I'm saying that because Kevin Dunn thinks he's fat. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess who else was fat? Yokozuna, Bam Bam Bigelow, Mick Foley, Dusty Rhodes, Rikishi Fatu, Big Van Vader.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's many more.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that were overweight.
The one-man gang? Remember him?
Yeah, Akeem, when he went by that gimmick.
Oh, fuck, I hated that gimmick.
Earthquake, Typhoon.
Earthquake and, Typhoon. I know there's a couple more, but yeah, look at those guys. Fucking Vader. He's doing moonsaults and he's a 400-pound man. Bam Bam Bigelow's doing headbutts off the top rope. Who is he trying to bullshit? Get the fuck out of here.
But as for this case, Kevin Owens, you know what? Once it came time for him to get that United States title shot, and you know what? It was like, big fuck you. We're not going to give this overly natural, talented guy a shot at all against my golden boy.
And that is a current theme. If a heel is red hot, feed him to Cena.
Yeah, and that's a current theme that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Look what's going on again. You know what? No, I'm not gonna bother bringing that up until we do that one.
No. Hold that off for a while.
Yeah.
So that's your number 9.
I'm gonna keep, like I said, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. That's my number 9. Kevin Owens is my number 9.
What does he do to the third match? He makes him submit to the STF.
Yeah. And
fuck.
And
WWE.
You want to know the worst way? It was embarrassing.
It was. Because I'm just like, Kevin Owens, dude, he deserves so much fucking better than this.
You know, honestly, Kevin Owens, if I wanted to see him tap out, I'd rather see him tap out to these 3 guys. The Crippler, Bret Hart, or Kurt Angle. I would have been fine with those guys.
Look at Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. One of the best fucking matches I've ever seen. And that was an amazing conclusion. So, or look at 27 with Triple H and The Undertaker. Just saying. My number 9, you want to talk, okay, hey, current theme. What did he do with really red hot heels? Let's feed him the fucking Buckethead. This guy, okay, he is part of the Anoa'i family.
Oh, boy.
And may he rest in peace. This guy with 350 pounds. Oh, yeah, here's another guy who was, I guess you could say overweight. And he was doing fucking splashes off the top rope like he was fucking Tarzan. And this guy was super fucking red hot, and yet you feed him the Buckethead, and he beats you in a roll-up. And then Triple H buried him in a 3-match feud. My number 9 is Umaga.
Yeah, that poor son of a bitch. And after that, he didn't recover. His career didn't recover.
He never recovered.
His career didn't recover after that. Hell, even when he was Intercontinental Champion during the time, it didn't recover.
Before, oh my God, remember the shit he did to the Jackass crew, to Steve-O and Chris Pontius? That was, the best is where Steve-O starts laughing at Chris Pontius, and Umaga's just looking like, the fuck you think is so funny? So he slams him, and he does this massive splash. I think one of them did accidentally get hurt, but I think it's because one of them landed wrong. I don't think it was Umaga's fault. I had to go back and watch. So yeah, my number 9, Umaga. Another awesome talent heel fucking buried by Buckethead.
Embarrassingly. Alright, my number 8, this guy. He just got buried again recently by a new barrier in the name of Muscle Boy Bitch Tits.
By the way, for the folks at home who don't know where that name Muscle Boy Bitch Tits came from, yeah, I created it. You're welcome. So anyways, Muscle Boy Bitch Tits, who just buried this guy again after him being the United States champion.
He was already buried before.
He was buried once by Buckethead. Then after that, he got pretty much the same thing happened where he won the US belt, started to become hot again, recovered to an extent. After that, he got buried again, but this time, instead of Buckethead, it was by Muscle Boy Bitch Tits.
Another Vince McMahon guy. And guess what? Another hot heel.
Yeah, who was good.
The Buckethead.
He was dominant in the ring. He was dominant, had an undefeated streak.
He was
so many fucking
year, yeah.
moves. He was fucking incredible in the ring until after that. 1, 2, 3.
The one match that he shined was his match against Buckethead. He was doing some new shit. I was like, holy crap. I remember we did that flying diving headbutt. I was like, man, he looked like a fucking champ. And yet, Cena and by the way, the most beautiful, sexy ass wife he's got, man. Oh my god. Fucking A, man. Your number 8 is Alexander Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev is my number 8. Again, we've said how many times he's a fucking cool-ass dude.
He is really cool outside the ring.
And then after that, as an in-ring competitor, he's fucking big. I'm not going to say Buckethead, just only one guy. I'm saying two people, which is Cena and Owens.
Really did bury him, and he was in one of the worst factions in wrestling.
Yeah, the League of Nations, which was which was a fucking gimmick stolen from it, which was a gimmick that was taken out of a video game, which was from WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2009. I forgot what gimmick. WWE 12, I believe, is the name that they took that thing from. Yeah, it surely worked all right. The League of Nations, League of Assholes, more like it.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That was funny.
But anyways, Rusev, I felt so bad for the guy, and now he's buried again.
Man, especially now, I'm just like, man, he needs to go somewhere else. And because, dude, he's already I don't really care too much for him per se, but it's the principle of the matter.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Rusev's my number 8. Go on.
My number 8, oh boy, dude, these two individuals fucking hate each other with a burning hatred passion.
Oh, I think I know who one of them is. Can I take a guess or no?
Who do you think one of them is?
It's Scott Steiner.
No.
Okay, then.
Shit! That was another one I forgot. I will put that in my honorable mentions as well.
I thought it'd be Scott Steiner.
Because the Royal Rumble...
I thought you were going to mention something. This one has to do with Triple H.
It actually does.
Okay, then you know what? You go ahead.
But I forgot to mention Scott Steiner. God damn it. Yeah, Scott Steiner, he returned at Survivor Series, one of the biggest fucking pops, and then he had one of the worst matches ever at Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's not it. My number 8, these two individuals, they fucking despise each other. Let's just say this individual cut one of the greatest promos I've ever heard in my entire life. He was red fucking hot. He had one of the best matches ever, and then Triple H fucking buries him. My number 8 is CM Punk.
I knew it.
CM Punk and Triple H. CM Punk, he despised this man. And that's kind of weird because backstage, Triple H is loved beyond a lot of wrestlers, except for CM Punk. I mean, if you listen to the Colt Cabana podcast, he pretty much, revealed everything. And, wow. It's just riveting. Yeah, Triple H, he returns out of nowhere, fucking buries Punk, after Punk had the biggest promo in history, had one of the best matches against Buckethead at Money in the Bank, which was an amazing pay-per-view. This dude was, and you probably say, well, what about his 430-some days as champion? Here's the problem. He was booked as a fucking mid-carder.
Yeah, that was the bad thing.
And I remember him and Daniel Bryan had for the title, it was an awesome match. That wasn't the main event. The main event was Cena and fucking Laurinaitis. Another match I would probably put in my 10 worst matches of all time.
Yeah.
So that's number 8, CM Punk by Triple H.
My number 7. You actually mentioned him earlier, but I didn't want to say nothing for the element of surprise. My number 7, this guy came in like a fucking beast. I mean, I already knew he was. I actually knew he was before he came in as his gimmick. He was actually part of a group called 3 Minute Warning.
Oh.
Who was Eric Bischoff, which was Eric Bischoff's butt buddies at that time. But for this case, he came in as a fiery heel, not bad of an Intercontinental Champion, and pretty much unstoppable force of nature until...
He got an amazing push until Buckethead.
Yeah, New Year's Resolution, I believe it was New Year's Revolution, I forgot, 2007 or 6, one of the 6 or 7 is where Cena rolled him up, 1, 2, 3, Buckethead won. Out of all the things that happened, that's how the match concluded. Then after that, I remember...
Umaga was fucking destroying top wrestlers left and right, and he loses to Buckethead with a roll-up.
So embarrassing. You want to know what else is embarrassing? Those two had a match at Royal Rumble. I forgot. I think it was Royal Rumble 2007? 2007, I believe it was. 2007 or 2008. No, 2007. It was 2007. It was a last man standing match, and Buckethead won that match.
You know what? That reminds me of another one.
Yeah, and Buckethead...
Here's another honorable mention. He just came up the bat. Even though I don't like him, Ryback by John Cena.
Yeah, Ryboob.
Bitch.
Rye ass. But anyways, yeah, Umaga passed out by getting choked by the rope. What a great ending that
How
was.
funny, because that's how Rusev got buried by a rope.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? But yeah, Umaga then after that was buried pretty bad. Then after that, he was buried again by Triple H, right?
Umaga, yeah, in a 3-match series.
It was embarrassing. It was completely embarrassing for a guy like Umaga, who was actually not bad as a tag team competitor with Rosie when he was in 3 Minute Warning as Jamal.
Well, dude, he's a 350-plus pound fucking man doing splashes off the top rope like crazy.
Which was incredible for a guy like that. And then he came back as Umaga, and look what happened. He got fucked again. Yeah. So yes, Umaga, may he rest in peace, is my number 7.
Yeah, in WWE, I don't think even recognized his death.
No, they didn't, which is sad.
By the way, I thought of another couple more honorable mentions. Remember when Albert came back as the great, was it Tensai?
Yeah, Tensai. I'm not going to say no. By the way, I actually did have an honorable mention, too. You mentioned it earlier.
That was by Buckethead as well. Also, Paul London and Brian Kendrick. They got buried by Triple H.
Oh, my God. Don't remind me. That is literally one of my worst burials of all time by Triple H, specifically.
Yeah, but you're probably thinking, why is it on my list? Because, well, I think there's worse. Number 7.
I'm not. Okay. I did have an honorable mention too, which I will name after my number 2. Okay. But go ahead.
My number 7. This guy was probably the biggest star to come out of ECW to enter WWE, and he was buried by Triple H during his reign of terror. RVD.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam. This dude had 5-star matches. The match with Jerry Lynn, that's a 5-star match.
It is.
And ECW.
I think it was called Barely Legal. I believe that was the name of the event.
Yeah, I believe it was Barely Legal. I think it was 99 or 2000.
I can't remember one.
It was towards the later years. That was just remarkable. He was one of the best tag teams with watch Gary's gonna love this. Sabu.
He was with Sabu.
Sabu. Fuck. I mean, yeah, sure he did win his title against Cena and One Night Stand, which was amazing here, but he lost it a couple days later.
Yeah, to Triple H.
Well, no, because of marijuana, but dude, RVD was fucking insanely hot. And then Triple H killed his momentum.
Yeah, pretty bad. And he only came back as a part-timer, I believe.
Triple H or RVD?
Rob Van Dam.
In some areas, yes. So that's my number 7.
Alright, my number 6. Hold on, let me take a look here. My number 6, you actually mentioned him just a couple seconds ago. This guy, I loved him. I mean, he was a big dude. I mean, he was a kind of goofy at sometimes, but he was a big dude who did a lot of crazy shit in the ring. And as soon as he went to New Japan, he was an unstoppable. He was.
He was huge.
He was huge. I think he was the worldwide champion in Japan, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
He was. He's a big behemoth dude. And when he was in New Japan, fucking, you couldn't even beat this guy worth of nothing. As soon as he came back, he was going for that reign out a while until all of a sudden he was buried by Buckethead.
Another heel fed to Buckethead.
Yep. Then after that, once he came back, he kept losing all his matches. Then all of a sudden, they turned Tensai into a fucking. They turned him into a gimmick with Brodus Clay.
Oh, I fucking hated that gimmick.
Then after that, what is Tensai doing? He's a commentator and working back.
Well, no, he's actually a really good trainer. For NXT and the WWE, for WWE talent, and he's a really cool dude outside, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Big motherfucker, too, man. Oh, my God.
I'm talking about Albert, or A-Train, or Tensai.
Albert, I remember that name.
Prince Albert, call him whatever you want. Tensai, that's who it is.
Yeah, Tensai, yeah. It was actually a sweet gimmick, and then they booked him horribly, they fed him the Buckethead, and he never recovered.
No. Not even him tagging with Brodus. I think what really damaged his career was when they booked him tagging Brodus Clay. That's what really killed him.
That was after he got buried by Buckethead.
Yeah, they turned him from a badass into a fucking joke.
Into a dumbass, and it's sad too.
Oh my God! Seriously, this list makes me upset because of all these great talents.
For me, it gets worse. It gets worse.
But anyways, let's get to your number 6.
Oh boy, this guy was buried not once, but fucking twice.
Triple H and John Cena?
John Cena and the Jizz.
I know who it is.
When Zack Ryder won the United States title, he got one of the biggest eruptions. He was over naturally. He had an internet show on YouTube. And then what happened? They partnered him up with Cena. And then he had what I consider to be the match of the year. That ladder match at WrestleMania for the IC title. And he won the fucking belt. Me and the crowd couldn't believe it, and I was so happy.
Here's the thing, I'll recap. I knew, like I said in the predictions, these guys were surprised that I said Zack Ryder.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look what fucking happened. Zack Ryder was going to win it.
And then the day after was when I stopped watching Monday Night Raw and SmackDown forever. They fucking had one of the most overrated pieces of shit, the fucking Miz, fucking buried him the day after he had his WrestleMania moment, and you practically never heard from him again. My number 6, yeah, that pretty much explains everything. My number 6, Zack Ryder.
I'm not saying nothing about that. But anyways, let's get to the number 5. Number 5, this guy, I fucking loved him. I considered him a great tag team competitor when he was with Christian. I'm talking about Edge. Alright, he was fucking outstanding. He was hilarious too when they did the whole Edge and Christian gimmick back in the Attitude Era. When they were doing all that, great tag team wrestler. He was a funny dude in the ring.
Oh, and here's the thing. He was the hottest fucking heel.
He was.
Another heel fans a Buckethead. Okay, he was the hottest heel.
He was a hot heel.
He was fucking Lita live on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing some hardcore. The Rated R Superstar. He won Money in the Bank, and he beat Cena for the title. And what do? 3 weeks later,
you give him the Cena at Royal Rumble 2006, and look what happened. You make Edge tap in the most embarrassing way to that fucking...
Oh, 2006 Royal Rumble is one of the absolute worst pay-per-views I've ever seen. And what happens? You have Triple H versus John Cena at WrestleMania 22, one of the worst fucking matches in WrestleMania.
And again, guess who won?
And Edge stole the fucking show with Mick Foley.
They did.
Oops!
Nah, look what happened. I chose a match that was more hardcore and extreme than it is a match that was fucking boring.
Oh, it's gone. Dude, Cena got booed out of the building.
He did. But Edge and Foley, standing ovation of a hardcore
Oh
match.
my god, a spear through the fucking ropes, through the flaming table?
That is a 5-star match for me. But it was fucking perfect. So overall, Edge, top ass heel who was doing some extreme shit with Lita, doing TLCs on Raw, especially that match he had with Flair on Raw as well. Holy fucking hell!
And he did recover later on, but Jesus Christ, man, that was a slap in the face.
It was. But like I said, Edge did manage to come on top again.
Unlike someone in the fucking comment section, Cena, he only buried a few guys.
Bullshit.
Give me a fucking break.
I'm sorry, but saying he only buried a few guys, it's like saying that Macho Man won the Intercontinental belt once. It's just downright discriminating. Even
though he's the greatest, I think he's the greatest Intercontinental champion, but that's a whole nother story for another time.
Yeah. But overall, I have nothing more to say about Edge, except he was one of the lucky guys who actually managed to recover.
Somewhat, but that was bad.
But go ahead.
My number 5, oh boy. To me, this is Bruce Blitz's best rant he has ever did.
Oh, dude. Your number 5 is my number 4.
Okay. Now, let me explain something here. This guy... Motherfucking heel that was super hot. He had 2 of the best fucking matches of the year against Daniel Bryan and the Shield Wyatt family, which was my number 1 match of the year.
And here's the thing, though. He had 2 of these other big guys, Brody Lee, Luke Harper, who was fucking badass dude, inside and out. Eric Rowan, I don't know much about him outside, but I know he can do some really impressive shit in the ring as well. So you got the Wyatt family.
Yeah. My number 5 is Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family.
Now, here's the thing, though, about Bray Wyatt. This guy was fucking hot as hell, doing everything of way much what we just said. Now, here's the thing about Bray Wyatt right now, not to, get off top, but Bray Wyatt, I said before, he's long overdue for a title. He's long fucking overdue since he's been in there.
Ever since, the Last Man Standing match. Last Man Standing match with John Cena, another killer. That match was that was like a 5-star match until the ending. Yeah. He literally buried him, and the crowd fucking died.
It did. It was not good.
Bray Wyatt hardly ever recovered from that.
No. So they thought it'd be a nice idea. Oh, let's, try and bring Wyatt up. But no, he loses at almost every single event now.
And I remember Chris Jericho, they came back to try to help repair.
Yeah.
And he put Wyatt over. Here comes Buckingham, Monday Night Raw, buries him again.
Uh-huh. Then after that, you have a feud that's going on, Orton and Bray Wyatt. But no, after that, out of all people comes back, you have Kane.
Oh my God.
Out of all wrestlers, you got Kane. Who used to be a badass, but now...
Well, remember, he was a badass, and he had an injury, and he came back, and he was still red hot. He was in one of the best ladder matches, TLC matches.
Yeah, from 1997 to 2000.
Well, to about 2003. Guess who buried him? Triple H.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Bray Wyatt, out of all people, Kane beat him. I'd rather have seen someone else beat Wyatt. For example, I would have been fine with Sami Zayn, for example. Hell, I wouldn't even mind if it was Rusev or Kevin Owens. I wouldn't mind that. But no, out of all people, you have Kane.
And like most of Cena's feuds, Bray Wyatt might win the first match or 2. He won't win. He won't win clean.
No.
Because they gotta protect Cena. No. And Cena, what happens? In like a 3-4 match feud, just like with many other fucking heels, it's bullshit.
Fuck off, man.
So that was your number 4, huh?
You go and say your number 4.
Oh my God. You know it's crazy when even Chris Jericho and Edge said it was a fucking awful idea.
It was the Nexus, wasn't it?
My number 4 is the Nexus by John fucking Cena.
My number 3 is actually specifically one member, but I'm not going to say who.
Well, I won't include him in it. Wade Barrett.
Me, it's specific. I can't even say that word.
Specifically. Specifically.
Specific.
Try it again.
Shut up. Specific.
Hey Gary, say blue. Specifically. One more time.
Specifically.
I'll give you that. Hey,
shut up.
13,000 pistols.
Shut up.
World Brewery.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Shut up.
World Brewery.
Shut up. No. No. Fuck off. Cocksucker.
Cocksucker. My number 4, the Nexus. Okay, when the Nexus debuted, and they just fucking wrecked shit all over the place, that was one of the coolest fucking moments ever. It was. I was just like, holy crap. They were beating the fuck out of everybody. They just trashed the entire ringside. They were one of the most dominant factions ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cena beats the Nexus almost all by himself.
Yep.
And oh my god.
Yeah, also I haven't seen
only a few guys. He buried almost everybody in the fucking thing. Wade Barrett suffered because Wade Barrett was, once again, he was the hottest heel at the time. What do? Feed him the fucking bucket head.
Yeah, clever idea. Make Cena a member of the Nexus, and if he does something wrong, Cena gets fired.
Yeah.
Cena gets quote-unquote
fired. Yeah, he's Vince McMahon's fucking golden boy, or the golden hour is more like it.
Kayfabe storytelling. That's all it is when Cena got.
So it's kind of funny that your number 4 is somewhat your number 3 in a way.
Yeah, but like I said,
specifically Wade Barrett.
Thank you. I'll explain that in a little bit once you're done.
And other than Daniel Bryan, but then again, that's because of injury, prone to injury, everyone suffered after that. Of course, there was Ryback, but he got buried again by fucking Buckethead, so. Yeah.
Anyways, as for Wade Barrett, here's the thing though, this guy, he's literally one of the most underrated Intercontinental Champions right now. He was actually not a bad Intercontinental Champion, but here's the thing though, every time he came back, he was another guy who was long overdue for the main championship.
Well, he did win the world title, didn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Thought he did. I will say this about Wade Barrett. I fucking hate one of his finishers. I think it's one of the worst maneuvers ever.
Wasteland.
The Wasteland. It's the fucking AA but forward.
I liked the way he did Winds of Change and stuff.
That's cool. That's a cool move.
I like the Winds of Change instead.
Winds of Change.
Yeah, but anyways, here's the thing about Wade Barrett. Every time he came back, here's what I mean by long overdue. Yes, he got the Intercontinental belt, but here's what I mean by long overdue. He was one of those guys who never got the main championship like he deserved because he was a hot heel. He was a fucking badass who came from England, London, England.
And he was a real bare knuckle brawler, and he did have he has a knife wound. That is legit.
He does, and here's the thing. Oh, by the way, about Wade Barrett. I saw an interview with him. He's got a fucking badass taste in music.
He actually is, yeah. And guess what? He asked for his release because he was sick and tired of it.
Because he did ask for
the League of Assholes.
Pretty much the League of Nations, him as quote unquote King Barrett, it wasn't doing nothing for him. It was not doing nothing for his career. You had this guy who was a bare-knuckle brawler, came all the way from quote-unquote NXT, and was part of the Nexus. Then, after that, became Intercontinental Champion for a little while. Then, look what happened. He became quote-unquote King Barrett, not Bad News Barrett.
Yeah, King Barrett. He's going up against R-Truth when he comes out with a fucking plunger.
He even stated that he liked being known as Bad News Barrett instead of King Barrett.
Even though that's the same gimmick as Bad News Brown, but I digress. So,
but yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. But go ahead, get to your number 3.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna give you a hint. This happened here in Phoenix, Arizona.
SummerSlam 2003 Elimination Chamber.
Okay, folks. Now, upon his return, you know, that's your number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this guy he was on fucking fire. He was destroying people. He was getting as many big pops as he was in WCW. He was annihilating people. I remember when he speared Chris Jericho through the thing, and they actually did edit it, but when he hit him, it didn't break, but he hit him again, and he just fucking busted it. And I remember this one move we did to Randy Orton, where he went like this, and he caught him in a spine buster, and when he hit him, the crowd just erupted.
They went
my God. I was just like, give him, you know, they gave him a belt, the World Heavyweight title, but he was red fucking hot.
He was. Here's the thing, though.
Oh, my God. And what happened? Triple H
he buried
hits him with a fucking sledgehammer when he was going for the spear, and he pins him, and that was the death of Bill Goldberg's career.
Yeah. Here's the thing about Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Here's the thing about Goldberg. I thought when he came back to WWE, I thought this would definitely be, you know, his, you know, breath of fresh air after what happened to him in WCW after, correct me if I'm wrong, he was buried by Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash, because remember, Kevin Nash was one of the main bookers of WCW.
Yeah, this is when, since he was one of the main bookers, I thought, might as well give me the belt. I'm going to book myself to win the belt against Goldberg, because he's the hottest guy. So, you know what? That fucked up Goldberg's career in WCW then. I thought WWE would definitely be a stud. He was getting that reign like he had in WWE. He was getting that reign, that fresh pop. He was on fire, had some really excellent matches,
specifically.
Thank you. He had an excellent match with The Rock at Backlash 2003.
Even though he kind of got booed.
to me, it didn't matter. The match itself was absolutely incredible of those two. He just fucking destroyed The Rock, but overall the match itself was actually really good, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, SummerSlam. You had to get your big guy, Triple H of Evolution, to come in, win the belt.
This is his reign of terror.
Out of all fucking things. You hit him with a sledgehammer, then you handcuff him.
Triple H was still in the pod, wasn't he?
I think so.
Because Goldberg came out of the pod, he just fucking wrecked shit. He destroyed everybody. Yeah. And then Triple H was the last one. And he hits him over the head with a fucking sledgehammer, and that was it.
Yeah, that was done for Goldberg. Then after that...
And that was it for Goldberg.
They thought, okay... At first, they thought it'd be a recovery, put him up against Lesnar, but turned out that didn't do no good. That was one of the worst. Literally.
There was rumors that was going to be the closer of WrestleMania 20.
But guess what?
My worst match of all time at WrestleMania.
But now, I've been hearing more rumors about Goldberg supposed to be coming back. As for when, I don't know. Because
he's like 45, 50 years old.
Well, dude, look at The Undertaker, man.
Yeah, but he's a part-timer. He's only showing up once or twice a year.
That's what I think Goldberg's gonna do. He's probably gonna be a part-timer. I heard something about him and Lesnar again, but I don't know.
Don't let history repeat itself twice.
It might, but it's booking from WWE. Go ahead with your number 2. My number 1 is not gonna be your number 2. Don't worry, it's not.
Okay, my number 2. Another guy got buried by Triple H. He was originally supposed to win, but 4 hours before the matchup, Triple H had, because he had backstage politics. He had power backstage, because he was Vince McMahon. He was with the boss's daughter, and he gives him a pedigree. 40 seconds later, they were still on the ground, and then he goes for the pin, and he actually beats him.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is Booker T by Triple H at WrestleMania 19.
God, dude.
And what makes it even worse is that Triple H during the storyline, they had to pull some racist bullshit against Booker T. Yeah. This was Booker T's rise to fame, because Booker T, he was committed of a crime, but he overcame all the obstacles. He was so fucking hot, dude. He was on fire. I was like, give him the fucking belt. But no. He was originally supposed to win, too, at 19.
Yeah. But no.
And you end it with when Triple H hits him with a fucking pedigree. 30, 40 fucking seconds later, he goes for the pin, and he wins. And Booker T never recovered after that.
No. It's a shame. It's a shame, really.
And it was, because it was an amazing, overcame the odds story of Booker T's past. And he was so fucking hot. And once again, he got the golden shovel by Triple H. That is my number 2.
As for here's the thing I gotta tell you right now. As for my honorable mentions, before I say my number 1, here's my honorable mentions. I got Scott Steiner. I got Sting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I also got Booker T on there. And that's all I got for honorable mentions to name. My number 1, dude. If you folks are in the network, if you want to be part of the network, inform myself or Tubbs, and
I think I know what it is.
We'll get you into the network. Me and Tubby, we were watching, because we usually watch the Raw after WrestleMania, and this is the worst motherfucking Raw after WrestleMania I have ever seen.
It's one of the worst Raws I've ever seen.
This guy, this wrestler, as I like to call him, you can ask him, I'm a big sucker for this guy.
I dig him, man. I think he's so cool. He's with Emma. Fine, hot-ass Australian woman, man.
His gimmick is so fucking cool. He's that guy who, you can absolutely hang around with him. He's a chill dude.
Yeah, and he's fucking athletic as shit. I mean, I remember when he did that elbow drop off the top fucking ladder at WrestleMania. I was like, God, he was
everything.
And he had a WrestleMania moment in my match of the year, folks.
Before Zack Ryder, he had his rise to fame, won the United States belt, then lost it to Bucket. Then after that, he figured, okay.
Well, he didn't lose the Buckethead, but they paired up with him.
Okay, well, Ryder's loved by the fans. People love him. We'll team our Golden Boy with him so we can shove Golden Boy down the fans' throats so they can love him too as much as they love Zack Ryder. Okay, but no, it didn't work. It didn't work because Zack Ryder was someone they love naturally, even to this day. But no, after that, here came Zack Ryder. And by the way, about WrestleMania, how I knew it was going to happen, my common sense got to me because Ryder was getting that push again. Ryder was getting that push again. He was getting more and more onto Raw and or SmackDown, getting more wins until he got that shot for the Intercontinental belt. And look what happened. He finally got the Intercontinental belt that he rightfully fucking deserved.
You know what?
Got that push.
At WrestleMania 10, he actually had a picture with Razor Ramon when he won the belt, and he was holding the belt. And when he won the Intercontinental belt in that ladder match, he had Razor Ramon held the belt while Zack Ryder got a picture with him. It was fucking cool. It was booked so well.
It was.
And then you bury him with the fucking jizz.
After that, that's where it fucking heart broke. It really broke my heart.
Dude, I even told Gary, we were watching this, if he fucking wins, I am done watching Raw and SmackDown for good.
For me though, I don't watch Raw or SmackDown anymore after that. Why? Because after what fucking happened, I was like, you know what? Fuck this to an oblivion. After you booked a guy who rightfully deserved to have a good run with the belt, you bring back your corporate Hollywood quote-unquote motherfucking ass face back in, win the belt back the very next night after he had his rise to fame that he deserved. And after that, where do you see Zack Ryder? And pretty much, minor tag team matches with Mojo Rawley on SmackDown as the Hype Bros. It killed me as a fan of Zack Ryder. It killed Zack Ryder in general of his career. He's just a wrestler, you know, you can say, oh, I had a squash match against him. Zack Ryder's been in a lot of squash matches as of late.
Yeah.
But no, that's how we're going to book Ryder, right? Yeah, that's exactly going to book a face that everybody loves, right? I figured. But yeah.
Yeah, because when he won the Intercontinental belt at WrestleMania, over 100,000 people went fucking batshit crazy.
Ever since Miz won the Intercontinental belt from Ryder, I was done. I was fed up with Raw and SmackDown. By the way, folks, just to not get off top, but about to say, I used to watch it. The new era is getting better. Why not? Fuck you.
It's the same bullshit. There is no such thing as a new fucking era.
All it is, this new era, it's not the new era. You want to know what I want to call a new... Okay, believe me on this. You want to know what would truly call this the new era? They would make the top talented wrestlers as your champions and getting the push that they deserve. Their spot in the spotlight. That would be a new era to me.
Well, even though Kevin Owens is the
I'm more of that.
The Universal and AJ Styles is the WWE champion, you still have fucking John Cena and Roman Reigns getting shoved down our fucking throats.
That's not, if those two were heels. Like I said, Bruce Bud said, if those two were heels in the company right now, then maybe a change would have happened.
Yeah, because Kevin Owens and AJ Styles are fucking heels, and yet people love them.
I'm telling you, it's not that fucking hard. Turn Roman Reigns, turn John Cena heel, and the company will probably be better again. Why? Because people want to see that.
Yep.
I would want to see
John
that.
Cena got over.
Oops. Oopsie.
This is why you don't let adolescents get a hold of technology, because they like pressing buttons. They don't know what would work and what doesn't work, and that will be the end of all civilization as we know it.
Adolescents, huh? Do you hear me say opinion or LMFAO or LOL? Do you hear me say that shit or bro? Yeah, adolescent, alright.
No, but you look like one. Okay.
The fuck you say?
My number one. I don't have my glasses on. My number one. I have never seen a burial this bad before. This guy was red hot. He literally talked the talk with The Rock. Maybe even outshine him and Ric Flair. He's one of the best speakers on the mic. This guy could turn shit into sugar. He was one of the best heels they had going for them. He was athletic as hell. He had the look, he had the charisma, and he had mic skills beyond anything. He won Money in the Bank, and he became the first loser to cash it in. And he lost. My number one is Damian Sandow by John Cena.
Wow, that's your number one.
Folks, he won the Money in the Bank. He cashed it in against John Cena. Okay, John Cena beat Damian Sandow with one fucking arm. One arm. Because one of his other arm was injured. And yet, nope, here we go. He's going to become Super Cena. And after that, look what happened. He never recovered. Ever. To the point where he's in TNA now.
No Intercontinental, no US, no tag team.
No, instead, he's doing a fucking stunt double bullshit with a fucking jizz. Without question, my number one. Because before he ran into Buckethead, another heel, they fed to Cena.
Yeah. So is that gonna have to do it?
This is why this is my number one, because look where he was, look at the skills he had, and look where he ended up after. Without question, my number one, Damian Sandow being buried by John Cena when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Mm-hmm. And he became the first loser, too.
Yeah.
Because before that, the rest won.
Out of all people, Damian Sandow.
Think about that. Think about that, folks.
But anyways, folks, that's going to have to do it for this video in October. So, question of the day. Who is your number one wrestler, in your humble thought, got buried by Cena the worst? Please, or Triple H. Cena or Triple H? You choose. You go ahead and leave your comment down below, leaving me and Tubbs your thought of what wrestler got buried the worst between Cena and Triple H. So that's going to have to do it for this. So please subscribe, more shit to come as always, and ciao for now.
Hey, Gary.
What?
Kaboom. Kaboom! Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to jerk off to some Audrey K. Shimo porn.